LeBron James has officially explained why he is leaving the Lakers.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously, as it stands right now tonight. I got a lot of time. I'll sit back, like I think I said it last year after we lost, I think, to Minnesota, to go back and recalibrate with my family and talk with them and spend some time with them. And then when the time comes, obviously, you guys will know what I decide to do.
Not speculation, not rumors from some random anonymous account on X. This is coming straight from sources directly inside LeBron's inner circle, and the picture they're painting is damning. And if you've been paying attention this season, the signs were all there. While the Lakers were out here blowing a finals lead, yes, you heard that right, blowing a finals lead. LeBron was sitting in that locker room seething, because while he was giving everything he had at 41 years old, the organization he poured 8 years of his life into couldn't even be bothered to give him the respect he deserved on the most historic night of his entire career. I'm going to break down exactly what happened, exactly what LeBron said, exactly what the Lakers did to drive the greatest player on the planet out the door, and exactly where he's going next. Because this story, this is bigger than basketball. Let's get into it. Now, before we dive in, let me be crystal clear about where this information is coming from, because I'm not here to feed you hot takes dressed up as facts. ESPN's Dave McMenamin.
And in this game against the Cavs, LeBron James, most wins in NBA history combined, regular season.
And against the Cavs.
And against the Cavs, right? 15,000 points for Luka Doncic for his career, 5,000 points for Rui Hachimura, and it secures back-to-back 50-win seasons and 100 wins in J.J. Redick's coaching career.
One of the most connected and respected Lakers insiders in the entire business dropped a bombshell report that sent shockwaves through the entire NBA world. McMenamin didn't just cite one source. He cited multiple sources close to LeBron James, sources inside the Lakers organization, and league personnel across the entire league. This isn't gossip. This is reporting from a journalist who has covered LeBron James for years and has the receipts to back up every single word. And here's what makes this report so extraordinary. It confirms what many of us suspected all season long. The numbers don't lie. LeBron averaged 20.9 points, 7.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds across 60 regular season games this year. At 41 years old, he was named to the All-Star team for a record-setting 23rd season. He carried this Lakers team on his back when Luka Doncic went down with a hamstring injury and when Austin Reeves strained his oblique, both in the same April game. He then went out and averaged 23.2 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 8.3 assists against the Houston Rockets in the first round, logging nearly 39 minutes a night. At 41. And through all of that sacrifice, all of that production, all of that professionalism, the Los Angeles Lakers treated LeBron James like he was furniture they were getting ready to throw out. The story about to unfold will make your jaw drop, because this isn't just about one bad moment. This is about a pattern, a deliberate, calculated pattern of disrespect that finally pushed the king to his breaking point. To truly understand why LeBron is walking out that door, we have to go back to where this all started, because this didn't happen overnight. It was February 2025. The trade deadline, the Lakers front office, led by GM Rob Pelinka, pulled off one of the most seismic trades in NBA history, acquiring Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. Now, on the surface, that sounds incredible. Two of the greatest players on the planet, on the same team. Lakers fans were losing their minds. But here's what most people glossed right over. LeBron James found out, along with everyone else. There was no phone call before the deal went public, no conversation, no, hey, we value you, here's what we're thinking, nothing. For a man who had spent 8 years delivering championships, building the franchise back from the ruins of the post-Shaq era, and putting his name and legacy on the line for purple and gold every single night, the Lakers didn't think he was owed even a courtesy call before flipping the franchise's direction completely upside down. Sources close to James told ESPN that from that moment forward, LeBron felt the organization was trying, and I'm quoting directly here, to push him out the door. Think about that phrase. Push him out the door. This isn't LeBron being sensitive or entitled. This is the four-time NBA champion, the all-time leading scorer in league history, the man who delivered Los Angeles its 17th championship in 2020 in the bubble, feeling like the organization was actively trying to ease him out of the picture. And then came the Doncic extension. The Lakers locked Luka up on a massive 3-year, $165 million deal and made it explicitly clear, publicly, loudly, with zero ambiguity, that Luka Doncic would be the face of this franchise going forward. Training camp rolled around that summer, and while the Lakers were plastering Luka's new physique on the cover of Men's Health magazine and promoting his dominant Eurobasket showing all over social media, LeBron James was quietly dealing with a debilitating case of sciatica, pain radiating across his lower back and down his right side. He missed all of training camp, he missed the preseason, he missed the first 14 games of the regular season, and he later admitted that injury made him question yourself at times if you feel like you're going to be able to get back to what you know you can do. That's LeBron James, a man who has never publicly shown vulnerability, admitting he was scared he might not come back the same. But here's what makes it even worse. Even before LeBron returned, the Lakers were already showing him where he stood. When the franchise was sold in a historic $10 billion deal, the Lakers made sure Luka Doncic was informed quickly. LeBron, he found out later. When a pivotal end-of-season meeting was held to discuss the franchise's future direction, Luka Doncic was in that room. LeBron James was not even invited. To a meeting about the future of the team he had built, the team he won a championship for, the team he had given the best years of what many consider the greatest individual career in NBA history. This is where it gets complicated, because despite all of this, despite feeling disrespected, despite being demoted to essentially the third option behind Doncic and Reeves, LeBron came back. He swallowed his pride. He accepted a supporting role that no player of his stature has ever willingly accepted. He put the team first. He grinded. He showed up. And what did he get in return? March 31st, 2026, Los Angeles, California, Crypto.com Arena. The Lakers had just dismantled the Cleveland Cavaliers 127-113 in arguably the most impressive win of their entire season, avenging a brutal 30-point loss from earlier in the year. The locker room should have been electric, and it was for a moment, because that victory was the 1,229th win of LeBron James's career, spanning the regular season and the playoffs. That number moved him past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the man who spent 20 years in this league, one of the most decorated players in the history of the sport, to become the all-time wins leader in NBA history. No player in the entire history of professional basketball has won more games than LeBron James. Let that sink in. So you would think, right? You would think that the organization would take this moment, this once-in-a-generation, this will never happen again milestone, and honor the man responsible for it. Maybe hand him the game ball, maybe say a few words, maybe just acknowledge what he'd done. Rob Pelinka walked to the front of the locker room. He looked around, and he handed the game ball to head coach J.J. Redick for Redick's 100th coaching win. Now let me be fair here. 100 wins as a head coach is an accomplishment. J.J. Redick has done a solid job in his first head coaching gig. Nobody is questioning that. But in that room, in that moment, when LeBron James had just passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most wins by any player in the history of this sport, Rob Pelinka made his priority clear, and LeBron James understood exactly what that priority was. Sources told ESPN that James saw that moment as the Lakers taking him for granted, just another data point in a pattern he'd been watching build for over a year. And without stopping to change clothes, still in his uniform, still sweating from the game, LeBron James walked out of that arena and into the Los Angeles Knights, simmering. But here's the layer of this story that most people are completely sleeping on. While all of this relationship drama was unfolding behind the scenes, the Lakers front office was doing something else. Something that, when you hear it, is going to make your blood boil if you're a LeBron fan. According to ESPN, team officials were conducting an informal exercise during games, sitting with an observer and assigning a market value to LeBron James as if he were an anonymous player, like they were scouting some undrafted free agent, like they didn't know who he was. And the numbers they were throwing around, the full mid-level exception, $14.1 million, though some discussions went as high as $20 to $30 million for LeBron James, the same LeBron James who is still an all-star, who just passed Kareem for most wins in NBA history, who just carried your team to the second round of the playoffs at 41 years old when your two other stars were both on the injury report. $14 to $30 million. Let me give you some context. LeBron's player option this past season was $52.6 million, and he had already shown a willingness to sacrifice money for the Lakers before, leaving $2.7 million on the table in his last deal to help the team's cap situation. He took less money to make the Lakers' financial situation easier, and this is how they repay him. From LeBron's perspective, this isn't just about the dollar amount, and according to sources, he knows that. A source familiar with James's thinking told ESPN that the Lakers' approach and how they show their interest in retaining him will be a factor beyond the simple dollar amount. What that means is this: LeBron doesn't just want a contract. He wants to know why they want him back. He wants them to make a case. He wants them to show it, not just say, but actually show that they value him. And right now, all the evidence points in the opposite direction. So where does all of this leave us? Let's map out exactly what this means. Right now, in the short term, and for the future of one of the greatest legacies the NBA has ever seen. Starting with the immediate picture. LeBron James is an unrestricted free agent. He has no contractual obligation to the Lakers. Zero. He can walk out that door, the same door the organization has apparently been nudging him toward all season, and sign with any team in the league. And here's the thing that should terrify Lakers fans. Sources close to James who were present at Game 4 of the Oklahoma City series said, simply, "I think it's up to the Lakers." Not LeBron wants to stay, not LeBron is committed to LA, up to the Lakers. That's a man who has already made peace with the idea of leaving. That's not the language of someone who's desperate to come back. That's the language of someone who is waiting to see if the organization that disrespected him is going to make it right, and who is fully prepared to walk if they don't. Now let's talk about where he could actually go, because league personnel across the NBA were already canvassing possible destinations for LeBron even before the playoffs ended. According to ESPN, the list of viable options includes the Cleveland Cavaliers, a return to where it all began, the Golden State Warriors, where he could chase one more ring alongside proven winners, the New York Knicks, the biggest market in basketball, the Denver Nuggets, pairing with Nikola Jokic in what would be the most terrifying offensive combination in the sport, and the LA Clippers, the only team on that list projected to have significant cap space according to ESPN NBA front office insider Bobby Marks. Every single one of those destinations makes basketball sense. Every single one of them would shake the NBA to its core, and every single one of them is on the table right now because the Lakers front office spent an entire season making LeBron James feel like an afterthought. Now let's zoom out even further, because the broader implications of this situation extend well beyond just LeBron's next contract. Think about what this means for the Lakers as an organization. They have Luka Doncic locked up. No question, that's their future. But right now, their roster is in a genuinely complicated spot. The spot rack projection heading into this offseason shows the Lakers with roughly $101.5 million in space below the first apron, with James, Reeves, and Rui Hachimura all unsigned. If LeBron walks, they don't just lose a player. They lose his leadership, his veteran presence, his ability to make everyone around him better. And perhaps most importantly, they lose whatever credibility they have left when it comes to attracting other superstars. And because let me tell you something, every superstar in this league is watching how the Lakers handle LeBron James right now. Every max contract player who might consider coming to Los Angeles is paying attention to whether this franchise knows how to treat its legends. And right now, the message that's being sent is not a good one. Think about it from LeBron's perspective one more time. This is a man who has changed teams before, from Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, then to LA. He's done it 4 times. He knows exactly what it looks like when an organization is ready to move on from you. He's been in these situations. He has more experience navigating franchise politics than almost any player who has ever played this game. And his read of this situation, that the Lakers tried to push him out the door. When LeBron James tells you the Lakers tried to push him out the door, you believe him. Now look, publicly both sides have tried to keep a lid on this. After the Game 4 loss to Oklahoma City, LeBron told reporters directly, "There's no static from me." Pelinka came out with glowing praise, saying LeBron has honored the game and given so much to his teammates, to this organization. LeBron's agent Rich Paul added that we do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. He wants to make every season he has left count. But that's PR. That's what people say in front of cameras and microphones. The truth is in the sourced reporting from one of the most credible Lakers insiders in the business. The truth is in LeBron walking out of that arena without changing his clothes, still burning from another act of organizational disrespect. The truth is in the simple, devastating sentence from someone who was right there in the building when the Lakers got eliminated. "I think it's up to the Lakers." And right now, based on everything we know, everything we've analyzed, everything that's been reported, the Lakers have not done enough. They haven't shown LeBron why he should stay. They haven't made the case. They haven't demonstrated with their actions that they understand what they have in him or what they stand to lose. LeBron James, at 41 years old, is still averaging over 20 points a game. He is still an all-star. He still carried an undermanned Lakers team to the second round of the playoffs, with both of his co-stars watching from the bench in street clothes. He passed the greatest scorer in NBA history. He logged nearly 39 minutes a night against the Rockets at an age when most men are thinking about their 401k. And the Lakers treated him like a mid-level exception player. So here's where this all lands. Based on everything we've broken down today, here's my prediction. If the Lakers come to LeBron this summer with just a number, just a contract offer with no context, no explanation, no acknowledgement of what happened this season, LeBron James will not be a Laker next year. He will walk. And he will find a team that actually wants him, values him, and is willing to show him that, not just in words, but in how they treat him every single day. The King has carried franchises his entire career. He has given everything to every city he's played in. Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland again, Los Angeles. He is not going to finish his career being taken for granted. The question is whether the Lakers are smart enough to realize that before it's too late. What do you think happens this summer? Does LeBron stay in LA, or is this the end of an era? Drop your prediction in the comments right now, because this story is absolutely far from over. And make sure you're subscribed, because when the next move drops, you're going to want to be the first to know.